is Alisha Costanzo, and welcome back to my channel. I am a published author, a reader, an editor, and I do all of the things. So, with that in mind, today's video is about YouTube suggests. So I'm going to go over my first booktuber, that suggested some books to me, aka that I found an interesting video of and decided to see if our taste matched up. So this time I tried to use a little bit more cues rather than, instead of just my favorite YouTubers that I watch all the time, I decided to go look for some new ones just randomly. I didn't pick favorite books, I didn't pick least favorite books, like I didn't pick anything specific amongst them all. This booktuber, however, is BooksLikeWhoa. I don't know her name, I probably should. She's got almost 35,000 followers on YouTube. She seems pretty interesting, and I love the little curl up here that's wonky in this video because it happens to me all the time, girl. So, how did I choose her? I chose her video of her all-time favorite series, 2022. And half of them, y'all, concerned me, if I'm being honest. But this happens to me a lot because I am widely read, that sometimes the things they choose do concern me a little bit. So let's start there. Let's start with some of the books that concerned me, or the authors that concerned me, that she suggested. The first one she suggested was a concern to me because it was Lindsay Sands, and I just recently read a quick bite, DNF'd a quick bite, realized I owned it and really need to get rid of it because it was a terrible fucking book. So that concerned me straight off. She also suggested Robin Hobb. Not that I dislike Robin Hobb, but it is not in the wheelhouse of things that I generally like. Of an epic fantasy story, I did like the first Assassin's Apprentice, I believe it is. I just felt like it didn't have to take so long, you know? And I see how big her books are, and I just don't understand people's attachment to the series, even if I liked the character. The third book that concerned me a little bit was Middle-earth by J.R.R. Tolkien, because, again, epic fantasy. I don't like it, and I'm sorry, I don't like Tolkien. I just don't like him. I'm sorry. And I've even edited a 100-page thesis on The Lord of the Rings, so things that I have read that I also liked that she suggested were the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. I love Sherlock Holmes. Did I like the stories as much? I like the adaptations far more. Kind of like Pride and Prejudice. I don't like the actual book, but I love the adaptations of that story. She also loved Murderbot, the Murderbot series. Favorite author, Martha Wells. I love that fucking series. I need to finish reading the first full-length one of that series. It's hard to listen to 8 hours of book with your husband when you're around each other all that much, because I work a lot. Ones that interested me from this video that I didn't get to read but I would really like to is Monstrous. I've had other people suggest that to me, and so I really want to dip my toes into that, and this gives me another reason to. She also suggested, I'm not going to say this name right, Nahalini Singh, picture, cover. I have also had this suggested to me before. I have a book from this person on my wait list for my library, so I again am going to give this one a try at some point because it's just an extra push towards that. So anyways, I ended up reading actually 3 things from this booktuber, only because I had one book in the series, the Hidden Legacy series, by the way, spoiler. I had to read book 5 for a different challenge, so I might as well read book 1, and I totally binged it all in like 2 weeks. You'll see in a moment. So Ilona Andrews is one of the authors suggested twice in this video, the first being the Hidden Legacy series and the second being the Kate Daniels series. So I read the first in both those series at least for this challenge. I also decided to pick one that I have seen around a lot. It's a big book talk topic book that people are talking about, or series, is Ice Planet Barbarians. And all I have to say about that before we get into the vlog part of this is pussy. Sorry if you're sensitive to that kind of shit, but this is my channel. I can speak how I want. So that is something that's in the book a whole lot. It's a very well used word in that book. So without further ado, let's see what I thought of BooksLikeWhoa's suggestions. So I started Burn For Me, Ilona Andrews, and I really like the story. I do not like the voice actress, which is terrible to say. But she sounds like an old woman, and this lady's supposed to be like 25, and she sounds like she's talking through dentures, and I'm not. It kind of ruins it a little bit. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna go back to reading. Okay, so I just read White Hot, book number 2, Ilona Andrews, and I'm gonna be starting book 3 here soon. I'm into it. I just plan on reading this whole series. This has gotten way out of hand, but she did suggest anything Ilona Andrews, so I might be running with it. Yeah, that's what we're gonna say. I've already said that I finished White Hot by Ilona Andrews, which I just found out is a writing duo, a husband and wife writing. I'm very into it. Anyways, I finished it. I liked it. Book number 3 is on my loan. I'm pretty much just gonna be reading these books all week. Okay, y'all. So I read Sapphire Flames, book 4 in the Hidden Legacy series, and I went through it super fucking fast. I like the change in the characters, transition of the family, and continuing on. I hope after book 3 of these 3, or of this girl and the guy, I hope that there's a few others I really want to see the romances of. So it'd be really cool for it to keep going with like Arabella, Leon, and oh my god, why can't I think of his name? Byrne. Like, I'd love to see their romances. So I'm just saying, Ilona Andrews. I'm just saying. I'm also halfway through Emerald Blaze, which is book 2 of Catalina. It's part of the story, and I'm glad to see Nevada back. So we're having a good time. Just finished reading Emerald Blaze. Forgot this was a challenge read because it's book 5 in a series that I've been reading, so I will update you tomorrow. Alright, y'all. So I read Emerald Blaze, Ilona Andrews, book 5 in the Hidden Legacy series, and I read it in like 2 days. I liked it. It's another 5-star, another great continuation of this series. I cannot wait for book 3, which comes out book 6, so part 3 in Catalina's trilogy comes out in August, and I'm excited about it. But also yesterday, I listened to Ice Planet Barbarians. It was entertaining. It wasn't great. It wasn't particularly well written. There was a lot of feels, a lot of telling, a lot of repetitive shit, a lot of pussy. The word pussy a lot. Not my favorite, but whatever. But the opening, being abducted by aliens and raping them, the aliens raping the women in order to discipline them, was fucked up. And they get dropped off on another planet with different aliens, and then there's like mating thing and far less rapey. But man, it's still fucking stuck in my head, that opening. Don't scream when you're abducted by aliens, because they'll rape you and just keep on raping you until they feel like they're done. Yeah, the description of it wasn't too intense, but it's enough for my brain to fill in the details and me just to be like, what the fuck? So, yeah. A little rapey at the end there too, with one of the blue dudes stealing one of the women. And I'm sure that's one of the next books we're going to get out of that. Am I going to read any of the next books? I don't really know. I've read far worse romance, erotica, and BDSM stuff, Jim and James, and Looking at You, then I might continue it. I don't know. What do you think? You think I should continue it? Have you read it? I'm also thinking I can write this shit, because I write similar shit. So, yeah. Okay. There's that update. Alright, so there are kind of my thoughts, and I thought I'd wrap them up because I have this nice pretty spread. It's one of 2 for this challenge where I took notes. So let's talk about Burn For Me, which is the first technically that I read from Ilona Andrews. And that is, I loved it. 5 stars. It's a new series to devour, which I totally fucking did. Can't wait for book 6. Thank you very much. I even read the novella, like in between. So it is an excellent recommendation. Thank you so much. Quickly to talk about Magic Bites, I am reading that again for another challenge, but I can tell you that I enjoyed it quite a bit. Not as much as I like the Hidden Legacy series though. You'll get more of my thoughts in that challenge video, which is my ranking challenge. So it's the first book I've read in that challenge. At least I've gotten to it though, right? We could check it off here. Good? Good. All right. So the other book, The Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon, my notes say, holy raping. Oh my God. Y'all, in chapter 1, I still think about it. Like, it is bonkers, and I don't know if I really needed that to get this book where it was going, but at the same time, it did set up some of the tension. So, like, I kind of get it. Okay, the rest of it was real steamy, which is something that I enjoy, if not a little corny. And I'm okay with corny for as short as this book was and what it really is meant for entertainment-wise. It's not supposed to be the next great American novel. It was pretty entertaining, corny, sexy, there was growth, you know, things happened. And it was a little repetitive, but again, it was interesting. And part of me thought, I can write this. I don't know if I will ever, but I did like the fact that I think I can write that kind of thing. Maybe I should try. I do write steamy stuff. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna keep watching BooksLikeWhoa for recommendations because I enjoyed both of the books I decided to read from her list, and I plan to read 2 more from her list at some point, so maybe I'll let you know how that goes when we get there. But anyways, let me know in the comments below if you have any booktubers that you think I'd like their suggestions or their favorite books or I should start following because they have similar tastes to me. Please also suggest me books in the comments below because maybe at some point I will do a reader suggest challenge or a viewers suggest challenge, subscribers suggest challenge, whatever the fuck we want to call it when we get there. I don't get a lot of suggestions currently, so I'm sure it's going to be a ways away from now. But still let me know because I still love to read the things y'all tell me you're reading. It's happened before at least once. I'm just saying. And I'm feeling kind of quirky. So before I just keep on going, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in round 2 of Booktubers suggestions. Bye guys!